What's up, everybody? Silas back again with just another monologue or whatever you want to call these. I want to talk to you guys about accountability today, and not just accountability as in like holding other people accountable. It's just holding yourself accountable for your own actions and having less of a victim mentality and being aware of our own actions and the consequences that they may have within our own lives, how we treat people, how we treat ourselves. I just think it's vitally important that we take time to self-reflect and we take time out of our day to really put our own thoughts in order with our own, what am I trying to say here? Like, just making sure that the actions that we are taking are going to put us in the right position, and realizing that when we take wrong action, we recognize that wrong action, and we choose to avoid that again. We choose to avoid that next time so we don't run into the same consequences. And that's essentially what holding yourself accountable is just realizing what your own mistakes are and growing from them. And also, holding yourself accountable to keeping standards in your life, not letting people treat you poorly. That's part of accountability too, is holding yourself accountable to keep yourself happy, because no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to tell you that they're adding negativity into your life, when they are. No one's gonna tell you that they're controlling you when they are. That's not gonna be an obvious thing. Oftentimes people aren't even holding themselves accountable for their own actions. So, you do need to hold other people accountable, but that doesn't mean you need to call them out for it. It just means keeping the idea in your own mind and being aware of it and not letting it drag you down. Being accountable is also about being honest with yourself and with others, and more often than not, when we lie about things that we've done or we don't try to hold ourselves accountable, karma comes back to us, or most people just don't get away with doing things, and so what that really means is it's just those people who have the karmic effect in their lives from not holding themselves accountable. That's just consequences of actions, standard issue stuff, and I think that it's very important that we keep a positive mind state on the way we think about our own actions and interpreting them positively, and not trying to beat ourselves up about simple mistakes that we've made. And that's part of accountability too, is realizing that we make mistakes as people and that we can learn to grow from them, instead of putting yourself at such a high standard that's practically unreachable. But as long as you're working towards a goal every day, you're holding yourself accountable for the work that needs to be done in your own life. You're avoiding weakness, and you are stepping into the light of self-growth. And that's what accountability is, in my opinion. Part of it, part of self-growth is just accountability. There's way more aspects than that, but the idea that we can get by without holding ourselves accountable for our own actions or realizing the consequences of our own actions is pretty asinine. Doesn't really exist. There's always going to be a cause and effect. What goes up must come down. Every action has an equal or opposite reaction. So that's just life in general. It's the laws and physics of our universe. And so karma, in my opinion, works the same way. Energy can't be destroyed or created. So there's an eternal, not eternal, but this just a concept that keeping an eye on what you do and knowing that it can have a negative effect on yourself, but not only other people, is very, very important, because that is the key to making sure that we're, promoting positive actions within our own life, and not promoting, going out and trying to hurt someone else, or hurting yourself, or abusing yourself, because more often than not, that's just a sign of lack of self-love. And we need to love ourselves. We need to put our best foot forward for ourselves, and that means holding ourselves accountable to the actions that we take and the habits that we form, whether that be positive or negative, and realizing the consequences of those actions and the positive outcomes too, long-term, short-term, for our mental health and for the people around us. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I really had to say for that, so thanks for listening.